Welcome to Season 3 of Assetto Corsa Competizione, hosted by IRC Esports. And we are green, we have begun racing.
And hello, good evening people. We are back with another round of our ACC league, and today we are at Zolder. We are back after our break week, and today we will be back racing in our league. And today we are at Zolder, as I just mentioned, which is another tricky track. We did had a GT4 event as well last week on this track, so we already know how challenging this track can be. But without further delay, let's just hop on board with Ghost, who will take us around this track, and we will get a rough idea about what we can expect around this track. So let's just go on board Ghost with a hot lap around this track in a GT3 car. That was a brilliant lap by Ghost, but without further delay, let's just go into the race, because we are already a bit delayed into the session and only half a minute is left for this quali to get over, so we will just quickly go through all the times that our drivers have put in at the moment, because we are already a bit late. But as we can have seen in the previous window itself, we see D-Sing again topping the charts with a great time of 1:27.6 as the countdown timer runs out. Today we do see Jackster as well making a comeback on the timing sheets in P2, just 5/10 slower than D-Sing, as we see D-Sing just going off the track there. Was trying to push his car a bit more and ended up into the grass. P3 is taken by Alfie, however he is in the final sector of this track, and it will be crucial to see what he can milk out of his current lap. It seems like is he improving on his time? He is 3/10 quicker, and he is currently 6/10 slower than D-Sing, so it will be exciting to see what he can pull out. Masoom not looking in the best of shape, but he is also 6/10 slower than D-Sing, but he will definitely improve, as we see a car parked on the main straight. As we see, Alfie did improve on his time and went P2, just 3/10 slower than D-Sing. Masoom will also be crossing the line soon, and we do have Faizan just parked on the main straight. I'm not sure why he is not going back into the pits, but that's our session over for you guys. P1 was maintained by D-Sing. P2 we did see Alfie take the P2, but P3 Myth takes away P3 with just 3/10 short of D-Sing. Myth starting his first race in our league today at Zolder circuit, and that's an impressive time that he has put right there. P4 is by Jackster, P5 is by Masoom, P6 is by Prakharwarts. Masoom not able to improve his time. P6 Prakharwarts taking with a time 8/10 slower than P1 D-Sing. P7 Tanish, a surprising appearance by him up on the top of the table. P8 Dwajin, we have seen him dominate the amateur class or till now, and he is doing the same. Helium is nowhere to be found currently, but I am pretty sure he will also be looking to join back in. We do have 23-24 drivers today, so, and it is a night race indeed. I forgot about that, and it is a sprint format today, so I completely forgot about that fact that it's gonna look really beautiful in the night lights at Zolder. So that definitely adds an extra element of surprise for the drivers. We do have 23 drivers, 8 cylinders, not able to set a time, and it will be starting towards the back of the grid for today's race. So let's just go through the grid as I was going through a couple of minutes back. So yep, so we can have a look of whom we are dealing with and how will these cars and their liveries look like in the night lights, under the night lights. Obviously the car's headlights will be on when they are racing, but currently this is what we have got. So D-Sing, as I said, in P1, Alfie in P2, P3 Myth, P4 Jackster, P5 Masoom, P6 Prakhar. Definitely the red livery of Myth looking gorgeous in that light. Somehow Masoom's livery is currently not lit because of no lights on the track. P7 by Tanish, P8 by DJ, P9 by Shrox running the same livery, P10 by Babaji. Again his McLaren looking really good in that. P10 by Akbar Kumar, P11 by Sid Kulkarni in his Lambo, P12 by Casey, who is running a new livery today. I forgot the count I was at, but KG is the next one running, but somehow Casey is running a pink livery which is literally glowing in this night light, especially with the light that they have put on this track. Next position is Kake, then Deepak Raj in P16, P17 by Harry Rocks, P18 by Electrip. Again Harry and Electrip running the same livery as before. P19 by Shalalak, P20 by Worship the Panda. I'm not sure why he is starting off this back, but I'm pretty sure he will recover back. P21 by Sparsh Johari, P22 by Faizan, who was parked in the beginning, and 8 cylinders starting at the last of this grid. So definitely a brilliant race that we can wait to watch, and obviously it's in the night condition, so it will be gorgeous indeed. So that's our grid for today. Let's see what our drivers have packed for us today in this night race. Obviously, as I said, the lights will definitely turn on, especially their headlights that they will need, as we see D-Sing just flitting around with his steering wheel as we wait for the countdown to go down where they are doing their setup. We still do have 1 minute to do their setup, so till then why not we also do some setup. I will be doing some settings to make my stream look better today, because I do not have a co-commentator, so I don't need to stream my game on Discord, so I can probably bump up the quality of the stream a bit. I shall experiment till our drivers are also experimenting. So let's see if I can turn it up to 1080p for a gorgeous view of today's race. It will be typically okay. So I have bumped up my settings to 1080p. I am not sure if it will hold there though. So just for safety, I'm gonna go back. We are almost green. Our drivers will be starting off with their rolling start that they have to perform. So D-Sing completely packing up the pack as he crosses the line, and there is the green light. D-Sing, all the top four seem to be closely packed together, but for some reason not so. Masoom is a bit far off at the back, but it seems like everyone is trying to go through the first turn carefully, because we all know how understeery that corner can be. Right now it seems like Sid Kulkarni was in a three-way battle going into the next corner, but everyone keeping it really clean at the back as well. Harry Rocks getting under pressure from a couple of people behind him, as we see Electrip, I'm not sure if that's Electrip. Yep, that's the Electrip who is trying to dive on the inside, but just before Worship the Panda also dived on the inside of Harry and took the position there. Up ahead also a couple of battles going on, as I should change it to interval, as we see Harry completely mounting the curb. I am not sure who that was. It seems like that's Worship the Panda who has fallen back for some reason. Not sure why he has braked so much and is falling back on the exit of that bumpy chicane there. But oh, there is a punt by Harry Rocks on someone. That would be Sid Kulkarni, if I'm not wrong. In the night lights I couldn't see the livery that actually did the punt, but I am sure that it was Harry Rocks who punted someone off on the exit and was just caught off by the extra speed that he was carrying. We see Jackster falling back. I'm not sure what has happened to him that he is falling back that much in this first lap, so we will have to look at a couple of more replays after this battle has settled down. But right now Masoom is also a bit behind this pack, and right now seems like Masoom is trying to chase Myth ahead of him, and was in a bit of attack from Dwaji in a couple of seconds back. As far as my knowledge goes, Masoom and Jackster might have had some incident which sent Masoom a bit back, but Jackster a lot back. So we will have to go back and look at what exactly happened between these two people. But right now it seems like D-Sing is pulling away as much as he could, and he is already around 3 seconds quicker than the rest of the pack. So not a good news for anyone in this race. But behind as well, we do see Dwajin getting chased down by Tanish. Tanish looking for the nudge on the inside, but decides to go back. Oh, as there is more collision between Shrox, and I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Akbar Kumar. Yes, that was Akbar Kumar who has gotten the shorthand of that battle for sure. And right now Casey is trying to make his way past Shrox, as Shrox again turns in and spins out. Casey, two cars parked in a very dangerous location, would have definitely ended in a collision, but somehow only Jackster got collected in that, and Casey also in turn got some damage from that T-boning. But again, we have a lot of cars going side by side. The first lap was really clean, but same cannot be said for the next lap. It himself as Casey, trying to come back on the track, pushes off Kake off the track. If I'm not wrong, that was Kake. So right now the field seems to be a bit more spaced out. There are a couple of people understeering. That would be Tanish, because this is a track where you can understeer a lot. Up ahead, Masoom still chasing Myth in his car, and Dwajin is also trying to chase down on this pack. So it's currently a four-way battle, you can say, because Myth is really close to Prakhar as well. Prakhar has kept his nose clean. There we saw Myth losing his rear end, but can Masoom capitalize on that? Seems like it. Does not seem like it. No, it doesn't. It seems like he will be holding back for a couple of more laps, but this is the battle that is going for the podium position between Prakhar, Myth and Masoom. Seems like Myth and Masoom both have almost equal pace. Masoom having a better overall pace there. But currently, there is a punt off by Myth, and that's just sent Prakhar flying, and Myth also had to slow down to avoid any further collision. That helped Masoom to get that position, and Masoom is back at the chase. But unfortunate incident between Myth and Prakhar there. Currently it seems like DJ is also chasing down on Myth behind. So definitely is still this three-way battle continuing to boil as the laps go forward. But yeah, we haven't gone on board anyone, but this is the first on board from DJ's POV in this nightlight. The track looks well lit, like you can still see the track properly, and there shouldn't be much of an issue for our driver, especially after they would have driven so many laps on this track during practice, during the daytime, that they would have known what turns and where to brake and all those kind of incidents. But Dwajin seems like really jumping on the curves as much as he would like to. Behind, it seems like Tanish is chasing Strokes being involved in a couple of incidents in the past lap. Should look for some redemption here and some clean battles with Tanish. Right now Tanish trying to chase down Strokes as much as he could. Behind as well, the pack is still really close to each other. It's not like they have spaced out. Again, just a reminder to the audience, today we are following a sprint race format after the endurance race that we had last week. Last week was a break week, but last week we had the endurance at Silverstone, a brilliant race that was. So if you haven't watched that, I would ask you to go watch it. But today we are back with the sprint format, 20-minute race followed by a 30-minute race. Started off with a 10-minute quali. So we are in the sprint 1 currently. Seems like everyone has settled down, but there are bunches of cars that are being formed. As we see Worship the Panda going off the track there. Not sure what happened between him as well. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Something has gone horribly wrong with him since the start of the lap, but right now he's just behind Faizan and will be looking to make a move on Faizan. Thankfully none of the cars have been lapped yet. So as we see Worship the Panda going on the inside into the turn 1, the turn where you can understeer heavily, which Faizan did just behind him, but somehow Faizan also kept it on the track, and Worship the Panda moves up a position and moves up to P20 right now. So the two cars which are very close to each other is currently Shalalak and 8 cylinders, if I'm not wrong. Yes, 8 cylinders having a brilliant start, starting from literally the last on the grid, and is currently running P13, very close to the top 10 as well. He is currently doing a chase down on Shalalak, as we see a bit of sideways action from 8 cylinders. Probably my internet giving up. It's nothing to do with the game, I'm pretty sure. But hopefully we are back, and we do see 8 cylinders still on his hunt for Shalalak. Up ahead as well, there is some battle that is going on between Masoom, Myth and Dwajin. They are still back again. I think 7th August. Okay, sorry for that minor disturbance. So right now it seems like Dwajin is trying to catch up. Am I wrong? Am I not wrong? Yes, it is Masoom who is trying to catch back up to Myth. Somehow Myth got the position on Masoom in the last couple of laps, and somehow Dwajin has come out ahead of this pack. Oh my, what has happened here? I am not sure. The Dwajin definitely looking really racy today. If he continues this, he might also get promoted to silver class soon, considering his pace. Oh, my bad. So it's Myth has overtaken Masoom, and they have caught up to Alfie. Dwajin is still hanging back of this pack. I'm not sure what has happened here, but I'm pretty sure if I go to replay, it will take another 1 minute to load the replay because of the liveries that I have on my PC right now of all these people. So I am not gonna do that, and we are just gonna assume that it was a fair battle between these two, which we just missed. But again, this battle seems to be spicing up as the laps are going by. We see Masoom correcting a lot of his steering angle as the race is going. I'm not sure if he has made his setup in such a way that it's on the edge, or he is just struggling on the grip of this track. The track is optimal and the temps are really low, so it should be a bit favorable for the times for these drivers to put in good times on the track. We'll come back to that battle soon, but going back, we do have another battle between 8 cylinders and Shalalak, which is still going on. I'm not sure when will that come to a conclusion, but apart from that, I think the closest battle that we have is between these three folks here. As we see Masoom, I think Masoom went for a move there, but somehow he got collected with Myth. I think we should go for a replay there, because I'm pretty sure that would have been some feisty stuff that Masoom lost. Again, it's a very difficult track to overtake, so I can completely understand drivers trying but not able to complete their overtake at all, because it is after all a very narrow track to make your moves on. We go on board Masoom, and in the last lap when he actually fell back, so that's him really close to Myth. Something happened in the next 1 or 2 corners. Don't say that he lost his car on this bump. Oh, yes, he did. That's a tricky corner to take, and especially if you are trying to eat your car like that, then definitely that's not gonna happen almost 100% of the time for you. So that's where Masoom lost his car and probably got some damage on his car because of that bump there. Myth is still on his hunt for Alfie, again mounting that curve as much as possible. Can be, punishing at times. We do have 8 cylinders who just now completed his move on Shalalak behind as well. It seems like Prakar is going down the inside of Kake and is able to complete that move as well. So a lot of battles going on. I missed a lot of them for sure, but it seems like Electrip is also struggling with his car, and Worship the Panda is probably gonna take advantage of that, going on the inside for the next corner. Electrip looking for a cutback line, but Panda having the pace. I am not sure who that car is. Car number 2 is yellow flag there, but car number 2 has teleported back into the pits. Not sure who that was. But up ahead we do see Akbar Kumar in the pits. Car number 2 is Akbar Kumar, who has gone into the pits after something happened to him in the chicane, where it's very tricky to take it properly. Alfie ahead, losing a lot of his rear, but Myth not able to capitalize on the lost rear because he is just that far off now. He is not that close. We do have car number 22 strangled behind. That will be KG, who was spun around into the last chicane. Not sure what happened there as well. Again, Akbar Kumar in the pits waiting for the next session. I'm pretty sure he is done with this session. We do have currently one more battle boiling up. No, that's just Worship the Panda trying to go to his next prey on the track. There is something. So, considering Worship the Panda and Kake's pace, I'm pretty sure it won't be that easy for him to catch him, but I'm pretty sure he can do it. But yeah, apart from that, I think in a couple of laps there might be another battle. So still, Myth is just behind of Alfie as they come through the start-finish line. He is that close to the rear of Alfie. Will he go on the inside? He's looking for it. He is sending it down the inside, and they collide, and both of them spin into turn 1. Because turn 1 is that difficult to take, Myth does try to carry on as he can. He did understeer into Alfie. Alfie losing a bunch of position and is in P5 currently. He's trying to keep it in P5 and not Shrox overtake him, but it seems like Shrox will also overtake him or down the inside, and he loses 4 or 5 positions there because of a collision from Myth into the first turn. That first turn is just simply deadly. You just understeer and you absolutely have no control on your car, because if you put more brakes you are gonna lose your rear, and if you don't put more brakes you are already understeering into the car on the outside. So it requires a lot of precision and a lot of compliance from the car on the outside to make a move there. But right now it seems like Alfie will try to get back some of the lost positions that he has incurred in the past. This lap itself in turn 1. So we'll see how he can manage that. Currently ahead of him is Shrox, who is braking way early than what Alfie is used to for the looks of it. But we'll see what can come out of this. Myth is again less than half a second behind Masoom, so this has just basically reset them. But Deepak Raj is looking for a move on Sid Kulkarni. He is that close, both of them lifting off there. Pretty sure you don't need to lift off there, but I might be wrong considering the fuel load. Will he send down the inside? No, he will not. He just brakes early and tries to turn his car and get a better exit there, which he does not. So they are still stuck in a stalemate battle there. We'll see what Deepak Raj can pull out in the next 1 or 2 laps. Meanwhile, our leaders are pulling up a gap up ahead. It seems like, you know, there is one battle between car number 15 and car number 6, if I am not wrong. So we'll go on board for now. So that is Babaji trying for a move on Harry Rocks. So car number 15 and car number 69, that is, by Harry Rocks. So that's a battle going on. Probably will be done in this corner, as we saw Harry take a lot of that curve which he should not have. Completely unsettled his car, but somehow Baba did not get a better exit there, and Harry completely missing his braking marker as if there is no tomorrow. Probably would have gotten a warning as well, and he had to slow down to not get that warning. And currently it seems like he's giving an indicator of the left side. Does he mean that he is gonna go on the outside? He does let Baba pass on the next hairpin, next chicane there. Not chicane, hairpin. I was correct the first time, but will he try to come back? It does not seem like he will have the pace that Baba has to come back into this battle. Seems like Alfie has already done with Shrox. Not sure how Shrox lost a couple of positions there. I'm pretty sure he got into some incident when Alfie was trying to overtake, as now Alfie is looking to make a move on Dwajin. Dwajin running really wide, both going side by side currently. Into the next chicane we come. It is the tricky one. Who will take and it seems like Alfie is the late of the breakers and Dwajin just lets him by, or Dwajin was playing it safe to not come into any contact with Alfie. But Alfie has moved up to P4. Next target will be Myth, whom he had incident with a couple of laps back. Oh, we do have another incident. It's between Sid Kulkarni and I'm not sure who else it was, but Sid Kulkarni has lost his car there. I'm pretty sure Sid Kulkarni was fighting with Deepak Raj a couple of seconds back. So, did he had an incident with Deepak Raj? I should not blame someone before checking the footage. So, I will definitely go to replay and see what happened to him. And while we are at the replay screen, let's just have a look at what happened to Prakhar as well, because something definitely happened to him as well. So right now there is him battling with Electrip there, 3 cars battling for the position, and Sid Kulkarni is currently chased by Worship the Panda behind him, if I'm not wrong. Yes, that is, and ahead of him is Electrip. So we will see what went down in this battle. Ahead of him is Electrip, behind is Worship the Panda. So I'm not sure what went down exactly between these 3 folks, but definitely a great battle that happened between these 3 people. I'm pretty sure there was a minute touch by Worship the Panda going into this first corner, as Sid tries to go for breaking the slipstream but did not help. Worship the Panda went down the inside, Sid Kulkarni turned, Worship the Panda turned, and Sid turned a bit too more and collected both the cars in the process. Somehow it feels like Sid lost the rear of his car, and that just resulted in him being there. So I also wanted to have a look at what exactly happened between Prakhar, because I am pretty sure that Prakhar was running. Oh, that's what happened to Prakhar. That was a great timing by me to switch to the instance when Prakhar lost his car. So that was the instance when Prakhar lost his car and did get some minute damage there, which is why he seems to be struggling. We'll go back to the main race because I'm pretty sure leaders would be in the final lap. Yep, I am correct. So leaders are in their final lap, currently running P1 Dacing unchallenged, without any pressure or tension, but Myth is still right behind Masoom. Will he fancy a send down the inside in the last lap? Jackster is also just ahead of Dwajin. Harry collecting another drive through there in today's race as well, after his great running in P10. So again, a very heartbroken finish by him it will be in this first race. As we go on board Dacing, who is about to cross the line, we do have car number 85 of Worship the Panda slowing down on the start finish line because he does not want to do another lap. As Dacing crosses the line, finishes P1, Worship the Panda also crosses the line, just slowing down so that he doesn't have to do another lap. And Masoom crosses the line in P2. Myth was side by side with him, but Masoom got the run down the line on the start finish straight, and he finishes P3. Not sure what's happening to the charts now, so I will go to this mode. So Alfie finishing P4, P5 by Jackster, P6 by Dwajin, P7 by Shrox, who is just finishing his lap, P8 by Baba. I think P8 was Tanish and P9 was Baba, and P10 was Harry, who has a drive through and will lose a couple of more positions. P11 by 8 cylinders, a brilliant drive from him after his start off from the back of the grid. He did do a comeback drive without any mistakes and was able to keep it on track and did finish P11. P12 by Shalalak, P13 by Prakhar, P14 by KG, P15 by Kake, P16 by Deepak Raj, P17 by Electrip, P18 by Worship the Panda, P19 by Sid Kulkarni, P20 by Spurs Johari, P21 by Faizan, and P22 the man who did not finish the race, Akbar Kumar. So a very eventful race, did miss a couple of incidents and a couple of battles that went down on the grid as we wait for the second session to start off for us. So first sprint race done, waiting for the second one to begin as the coordinators set the servers up. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the comments. Not a lot to look here, only couple sitting in the chat box typing Hamilton versus Verstappen. I still don't know why he does not race, so something that he should definitely look into is racing in in these leagues, especially now considering we do have a lot of drivers, so a lot more action to unfold for the entirety of the race. Okay, so till now a very brilliant race that we got to watch. Let me see if I can pull out a replay for that previous race and we can have a look at some of the battles that we missed and some of the incidents that we missed on the stream. Yes, I can pull out the replay, so let me just go back to the game and just show you a couple of things that happened. Start was really good by all the drivers, but I'm pretty sure a lot of incident went down after Jackster also had an incident with, I'm not sure who, but he just fell back, and after that it was just a downhill drive for him, as we see him already in P11 into the first lap itself. Currently he is running, if I'm not wrong, that would be okay. He is running right behind KG. Oh, the session changed, and I'm not sure if I can go back to that. No, I cannot. So the session has been forwarded and I do not have the replay from the last session, so I cannot see it anymore, as we are pushed to a practice session while the coordinators are trying to set up the grid for the next race. It will be the same starting order as the finishing order for the previous race, so coordinators will set that, and then we will be on the grid, and people will definitely be doing their setups as well for the second race. I'm not sure if second race is gonna be day or night. I think it is night again, so not much difference, and I'm not sure if the temperature will change, the track temp that is. I'm pretty sure that the previous race, the track temp was around 18 degrees centigrade or 16. So if it is around that, then I'm pretty sure drivers don't need to do a lot of setup changes. They can just put in the tire pressures that they had used for the last race, probably 1 or 2 clicks up and down after seeing how their car performed in the last race, and then move on with it with those tire pressures for the second sprint race. Currently we will wait for the session to be forwarded, but yeah, as I was telling, I don't expect the drivers to be doing a lot of setup changes compared to the first race. Meanwhile, it was definitely a very eventful race for sure. I will just have a look if the server is up. If it is up, then I will join that for the next session that we are gonna have. I'm not sure if it is up yet, but I will check it out. Definitely a first sprint race was brilliant. We did see a lot of actions, especially turn 1, lap 1 was pretty clean, but after that it seemed like the drivers lost a lot of had a lot of incidents. I'm pretty sure it was because they were trying to push the cars as much as they could, but one issue with this track when you try to push is that you might not be able to anticipate the anticipate how much you can push on this track, and that would just end up in an understeery car, and especially a lot of the corners on this track are particularly tricky to make a move on, but the only place that these drivers have are those corners. So basically, if you talk about the corners, it would be turn 1, turn 2, even turn 3, and we all know that the chicane in turn 4 and 5 is just just ruthless on the car, because if you mount that chicane, your car is gonna bounce, and if you don't have a proper angle going into that chicane, you are definitely gonna lose the rear, as a lot of the experienced drivers today lost their rear there. So it was Masum whom we saw lose his rear there on that particular corner. It was Prakhar who lost his rear in that corner. So a lot of drivers losing their rear there, as I am being informed by the coordinators that there will be a 10-minute delay. So we will have to wait a bit more for the next session to start. I am not sure why the delay. Maybe I will get to know soon about the delay as well. Yes, so Aladdin asking in the chat if you can join me. There might be some issue with the server settings, as I can see on our Discord channel that the coordinators have got together to set it up. I will be shortly joined by one more of the commentator. I'm pretty sure you have not heard his voice till now, but he is new to the commentary scene, but I think he will be joining us soon for commentary as well. But yeah, as we see the coordinators in a VC currently trying to have a look at the issue. I am pretty sure it might be something to do with the server settings right now, which they are trying to figure out. I can see them on the Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you are watching the stream right now and if you like what you are watching, do join our Discord channel. We are a big racing community currently, more than 800 members. I'm pretty sure it's 850 already. Yes, I am correct. So it's 850 already. So we are a community of 850 members. We are all racing enthusiasts, motorsports enthusiasts. So we not only do races, we also talk and watch the real life races, be it GT3, GT4, F1, anything you, MotoGP, anything you are interested in, you can join our community and join in the discussions and the debates that we have. And if you are interested in the racing part, well, we have got you covered there as well. We do have a full set of leagues that we run on multiple games. So we do have ACC is what you are watching right now. We do have Assetto Corsa as well. Couple of races in that, couple of championships in that. Currently, another championship running and upcoming in the Assetto Corsa as well. We do have leagues and races going on in F1 2020, in F1 2021, in Xbox F1 2020 and 2021, in PS4 F1 2020 and F1 2021. So F1 is pretty much covered on all platforms. Apart from that, we do have dirt rally as well. So we do have a couple of rally events every week, a couple of time attack events that we have. So that also goes on in the community. So racing wise, you name a game and we do have some kind of event in that. So it's a very active community. So if you are interested to join in, the link to joining the Discord server will be in the description of this stream, and you can head over to indianracingcommunity.co.in and find the links to join our Discord server there as well. And I'm pretty sure you will. So everything in our community is community driven. So the website also has been made by the folks in this community. So hopefully you can just head over to indianracingcommunity.co.in and sign up yourself into this community and get a role here to enjoy the full content from this community. Definitely currently you would not be seeing a couple of leaks coming out from our community. That is mostly because we are on a break on F1. but we do have a couple of events once in a while in F1 as well. So we will be having a farewell event this Sunday. It is a 100% race. We don't know which track, only the coordinators know that, but there will be around 50 plus drivers participating for that this Saturday actually. No, it's Sunday if I'm not wrong. No, it's Saturday. Yes. So it's tomorrow itself. The event is tomorrow itself. We will have more than 50 plus drivers participating for that, and do tune in to watch that. All the 3 lobbies will be streamed once. Mostly I will be the streamer for that as well, and will try to cover off all the 3 lobbies and the action that is going on. It will be a 100% race with a 18-minute short quali, so we'll have to see what we can come up, what action we can see tomorrow. Meanwhile, my partner for the second sprint race, Aladdin, has joined the VC. All hail the king, he has joined the VC. So Aladdin, how is it going?
Yeah, it's going quite well. I just saw the first race on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Pretty eventful, I'd say. Can't wait to see the start of the next one.
Indeed, but you will have to wait for some more time, because my game has decided to crash on me. So I will quickly open the game and see what exactly is happening with the game and whether the servers are up. If it is up, I will definitely join. So looking at the first race,
servers are up.
yes. So looking at the first race, what do you expect for the second one?
Well, I'd say that some fast drivers like Prakar and Jackster, they didn't really finish in the position that they'd want to, and they'll be definitely looking up to make some moves as fast as possible to get to the front of the field. And as always, everyone will be trying to jostle for position at the start of the race, and I think the mix of pace that we'll have will be definitely something worth watching.
Definitely, indeed. So Myth also seemed a bit off shape, especially we saw him, understeer into Alfie, if I'm not wrong, into turn 1, and costed both of them the position. So do you think that he's a bit rusty, considering that he's back in ACC after a very long time?
Yeah, could be. I guess it's also, most people, they try to be ambitious when overtaking, and turn 1 is a turn which seems very deceiving at the start. You get a wide entry, but it tightens up really fast on the exit. So definitely, I think something that should have gone is that watching out for people as they will suddenly come closer to you, even though you may not anticipate it as soon as you exit the corner.
Yeah, definitely. We could see a lot of cars, understeering, especially into the turn 1. I'm not sure that's the best place to make a move, but that is kind of the only place where you can think of making a move, because the rest of the track is full of chicanes and full of turns. What are the places on the track that you feel you can make a move?
Well, if you were to make a move confidently, I'd say the 2 chicanes are probably a good place, and there's also a hairpin after the second chicane, which is a very good place to overtake. But there's also a very fast right-hander after the second chicane, and in that right-hander, it's very important to keep close to the car behind you, because what happens is that some people get a really good exit, but through that fast right-hander, they have to back off. Otherwise, they risk being they risk lifting off, and they lose all their momentum going into the hairpin, and therefore they have to wait before they can make a move.
In that corner specifically that you were talking about, the fast right-hander, doesn't the dirty air come into play a lot? Because it's anyways too difficult to take it flat out in clean air and bring another car to that mix, and doesn't it become too difficult for our drivers to take it flat out?
If you talk about dirty air, I'd say dirty air is not that prevalent. I mean, it is always prevalent, but not very affecting you very much in the initial stage, because your tires are always on point. But as you go deep, as you go on into the race, then your tires start to wear off, and all those effects combined means that you're not at the pace that you'd want to be through that corner.
Yes, indeed. It seems like they have started off with the session 4-minute timer which we have to wait while the drivers do their setup, obviously. And we will be on word with our second race. D-Sing again, will he fly off again into the distance as we saw him in the last race?
Definitely looks like it. He's definitely a very fast guy, as we have seen numerous times before. And yeah, I don't doubt that he'll be able to fly off into the distance once again. Obviously, we are humans and we make mistakes, but D-Sing is a guy who makes very less of them.
Yes, D-Sing is not human, as we call all the fast drivers aliens, right? So he should not be making any mistakes. But D-Sing again starting in P1 right now. P2 is taken by currently not so Masoom, as his driver name is being shown as NOT. P3 is taken by Myth. P4 by Alfie, P5 by Jackster. He also did a very brilliant recovery drive. What do you say? Like, he did
Yeah,
fall
definitely
back.
a very good recovery drive. I don't think he was involved in any incidents as well. I mean, if you talk about his recovery drive specifically, definitely had to lose position because of something that happened. But yeah, he'll be looking to get ahead as soon as possible.
Yes, so currently Dwajin is in P6, P7 by Shrox, who also we saw getting involved in a lot of incidents. P8 Tanish, again P9 Babaji, just one position ahead of where he would have liked to, where he qualified. So probably not that happy with it. Look at that, that glow coming out of the brake
Yeah,
lights.
definitely a very colorful field we have every race.
Yes, 8 cylinders in P10 if I'm not wrong. Yes, P10, P11 by Shalalak, P12 by Prakhar. He was not in the best of his shape. Not sure if he got into some incidents, but definitely
Yeah, he
we saw.
definitely got he went on the grass in the first chicane, and I think there may have been other incident as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, one more guy to watch out for in the start, I guess.
we did see him go on the bumpy chicane, and just lose
Yeah.
his rear there. So that was also a factor. KG in P13, P14 by Kake, P15 by Deepak Raj with his neon lights in the front grille. P16 by
I
Electric
think yeah.
with the orange front grille. That looks good. Actually, not gonna lie, I wish there were some
Yeah.
neon lights on the sides as well and full hipster look. There you have it.
Definitely a menacing view for your rear view mirror, I'd say.
Yes, indeed. As the cars are doing their setup, my car is bouncing. So Harry Rocks is in P17, P18 by Worship the Panda, P19 by Sid Kulkarni, P20 by Spurs Johari, P21 by Faizan, and P22 by Akbar Kumar, who gave up middle of the race after he had some kind of incident with someone. So that's the grid for our second sprint race, a 30-minute race which we will have to wait for it to start, but again a night race, and it's 10 minutes longer than the previous one, so drivers can expect a bit more action coming into this race. So we'll see what what moves we can see. I'm not sure why Masoom is doing so many setups. I would request sorry, that's D-Sing whose camera I am on, but I would suggest him to not do so many setups. But yeah, that's the full grid for you today. We will be starting off soon with the race. I think less than 30 seconds is left, and that's why the drivers were starting off their car, and we are almost good to go. Okay, predictions for start, Aladdin.
I'd say will definitely try to gain a good start, and Prakhar also I'd say will try to make some moves because he is way far back. And oh, we have a drive-through already.
Myth getting the drive-through on the
Yeah,
start.
drive-through for I think that was because he was out of position. I think at the start, probably.
I think it might be even speed. He might not have
Yeah,
maintained
the speed limit. Yeah,
70
could be.
kmph, but a lot of cars going wide. That's one car. I think
So
it's
that's
Harry.
Harry, I think, yeah.
Harry has dipped a wheel on the grass and is pulled into the grass as he was going forward. Could not recover
Akbar
back
Kumar
from
is
that.
definitely making some moves, as we can see. I think that's Electric. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
that's electric.
electric.
So basically, he has overtaken a lot of cars in the first few turns, trying to make a move on. I think that's a McLaren on the grass.
I think he missed the breaking point. I'm not sure which McLaren that
Yeah,
was. I think that
it's
is KG.
Kake.
Kake,
No,
yes,
McLaren
Kake.
is the Kake.
Yeah, my bad. So Kake was the one who is missing his breaking points a lot, and he will go
And
T-bone, and it's
yeah.
a lot of cars
No, it's a
piling
very
up
lot of
there.
cars gone.
A lot of cars indeed piling up there and making it.
Kake is well on his way. I think he may have lost a position there. Maybe not.
He did not.
And we see Akbar Kumar trying to follow Harshit
Yes.
into the braking zone.
Yes.
Not making any moves right now.
I'm pretty sure they will be back at it, but already the back 5 or 6 people have been involved in a major car park, and now they are struggling to get back the field. Up ahead, it seems like there are more battles that are forming up. So we do have Electrip and 8 cylinders trying to battle it out. A couple of cars ahead as well. We do have
Shrock going on the stand there.
yes,
He'll definitely lose a position.
yes. Worship the Panda capitalizes on that move, so he moves up 1 position. Well, that's the nature of this track, turn 1, if you do a mistake, you go on the sand and you
you're
lose a couple of positions.
going to lose a lot of positions there.
Yes. We do see Babaji also looking feisty behind Prakharwats and would think of making a move on Prakhar in the next couple of laps, but as far as I know that Babaji and Prakhar are almost the same pace, so these two people might just stick to each other and try to carry each other forward. Up ahead,
This seems to be a great place to watch, I'd say.
yes, so there is car number 2 who has spun out, and that is Akbar Kumar, if I'm not wrong, into
Car
the
number
left.
2 is Akbar Kumar, yeah.
Yes. Ahead we see Alfie and Jackster trying to battle it out. Alfie trying to take a different line to get a better exit, and Jackster drifting really wide into the corner, but he was not able to capitalize on that. Myth has to serve his drive-through in the next 3 laps, if I'm not wrong, Aladdin.
Yeah, next 3 laps. Although I think that will be 2 because they have already completed 1 lap.
Yes, so he will have to serve his drive-through pretty quickly, or else he risks getting disqualified. We do have Shrox again, sticking really close to Panda there. Like, I would have thought that Panda would have the pace and would just fly off, but it seems like he does not have that much pace advantage over Shrox, and Shrox was able to maintain it really
And we
close.
see Panda getting destabilized on the curb there.
Yes.
His BMW tried to spin itself.
Honestly, even in any car, I would not like to take the inside curb because it just kind
Yeah,
of
they're definitely very
unsettles
slippery in
the car.
nature. Yeah.
But it's a game for people who like to take risk, as we see
And we
behind.
see 8 cylinders trying to make a move on Electric that is very tight, leaving space for each other.
But technically,
And
both of
Electric trying
them.
to go on the Electric trying to go on the outside, and no, it doesn't make the move. 8 cylinders maintains the position as he goes on the sand.
I
But
think
still keeps the position, and Electric will try to make a move on the hairpin, I'd say. Behind him we have KG as well in the Aston Martin. Yeah,
yes, that's KG who is trying to look for this battle and the position here. We see Panda back
Very
again,
tightly,
so I
yeah.
think Panda had some incident there with Strox and is back again.
oh yeah, definitely. Looks like it.
So right now it's a 4-car battle here, as Electrip is looking really racy today and poking his nose where it is not supposed
Electric
to be.
looking for a gap everywhere
Yes.
where he can find one.
Myth is serving his drive-through currently into the pits, so he will be coming out, I am pretty sure, P16 or P17. He will have to do a recovery drive from there if he wants to come back on this field. But all these drivers are taking that inside curve. Am I the one who is at wrong there? Like, I generally
I'd
tend
say it
to
depends
not
on
take
the
that.
car, and a lot of things, even your setup would matter there. The damper settings, for example. I see a few cars near the chicane. There's a bunch of cars. Yeah.
It seems like Prakhar, Dwajin and Tanish are involved in a battle.
Yeah,
Tanish
I
running
think Tanish managed to overtake Dwajin. He was behind him when we first saw him.
Yeah, I think so. He did manage to overtake Dwajin, but now Prakhar, who knows that he's quicker than the 2 cars ahead of him. Let's see what he does to make up a position on this field.
I see yellow flag in the hairpin. Car number 6 has gone off.
I am not sure who car number 6 is. Oh, that's
Oh, Amit gets a 30-second stop and go. I think that would be for speeding in the pit lane, I guess.
Yes,
I don't know.
I am pretty sure that would be speeding in the pit lane. Because that's when you get a 30-second stop go, is when you speed in the pit lane. So ahead it seems like Panda is really close to 8 cylinders again and will think of making a move. Should we stick to this battle or go to the battle between Prakhar and Dwajin, the front back?
I don't know, it's up to you. You have the controls.
Okay, so we do see a lot of dust in the air that might be put out by Shrox, who would have gone on the gravel on the exit of turn 1, as we see Panda getting really close to 8 cylinders on the exit there.
Panda has the advantage going into this corner because the BMW has a massive straight line advantage over the Aston Martin along with Slipstream, I'd say. Although it doesn't look like it because 8 cylinder seems to be pulling away.
Yeah, I think 8 cylinders is managing the corner exits and somehow trying to capitalize, but
we still see Panda catching up now.
Yes, I think 8 cylinders bumped a bit too much. Panda sends it down the inside, and literally 8 cylinders had to park his car to avoid and get some room to stay on the side of Panda there, but Panda makes a move and Shrox is looking for another move, and this time it's on Shalalak. Shalalak is running P9 if we ignore the counting mistake that our game is doing on the left side. So I think Shrox is in P10 right now and he's trying to chase down on Shalalak, who is running P9. Let's see what he can pull out here. Seems to be a bit more far off for at least this lap, but Shalalak seems to be drifting wide, and Shrox gained a lot.
Catching up to him at this point, I'd say. Although I'm not sure whether how Madhav, all this depends on the next corner, and if Madhav gets a beautiful exit, I'd say Madhav will keep the position. Madhav goes a bit wide.
But still not a bad exit.
No, not a bad exit for him. He missed the sand, which is the important thing that you want to miss there.
Oh, and it seems like completely
this has
missing.
gone completely wrong for Shrock, and he tries to send one down the inside, but overestimates his braking. As Martin Brundle likes to say, I'd say this is ambition over adhesion.
I think he just completely missed his braking there.
Yeah.
Completely missed it. It's a big pack forming here, as well as there is a big pack forming up ahead, as well as we see Prakhar, Dwajin, Tanish really close to each other, and right now we are on board Panda, who is really close to Shrox after Shrox did his mistake into the previous chicane. It's a big pack forming behind these people as well, between Akbar Kumar, KG and Electrip in the mix. So we have to keep an eye on and see which pack finally does decide to do their move on each other. We did see right now KG getting a very horrible exit, but Akbar Kumar losing it on the corner itself. So not able to capitalize on that mistake by KG, as KG drifts.
KG drifting the wide and he hits the sand, and
there's the position
Akbar
lost.
Kumar makes a move on him and gains the position.
Yes, indeed. And as we said
and
that
Akbar himself makes a mistake, and
yes,
that has gone wrong for him.
Yes, instead of making one position, he has lost two.
Yeah, he has lost two.
We do have a car spun out, car number 98, which is Shalalak up ahead. So did Shrock actually do something? We will see in the replay later on, but let's just go in front where the battle is actually going. Prakhar also managed to get past Dwajin when we were watching Akbar Kumar battle there.
I'd say car number 13, and the battle seems to be forming up nicely. Although it's very hard to pick one because you never know where the next move is going to happen.
Yeah, right now it seems like KG and Shalalak are in a great duel. Shalalak getting all out of shape, going really wide and
Goes a
on the
bit wide on
grass.
the apex there, and KG should, but the straight line speed of the Mercedes is really good, so Madhav pulls out again.
Yes, Madhav does pull out again, but I'm pretty sure KG has the better exit that he is
Oh,
getting.
and I think Electric and Akbar Kumar are very close to each other back there. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Akbar Kumar gets a really nice exit on the tail of Electric there. Will he make a move in turn one? Has a look down the inside, but no. Electric leaves him a lot of space, and yeah, Akbar Kumar takes that, doesn't leave that opportunity and gains the position.
Yes, I think Akbar Kumar did not want it to take that turn, but Electric just said,
Yeah.
please come, please take it, and Akbar Kumar did take it. So that's a position lost for Electric there, up ahead as well.
Oh, KG
Battle.
catching up to Shalilak pretty nicely.
Yes, will he send it down the
And
inside?
yeah, definitely looks like it, but no, he has a look, but decides against it.
Yeah, he just intimidated Shalalak there in doing some mistake, but Shalalak did not do any mistake there and kept his car up ahead of KG. KG lost a bit of time there because he had the tighter line into that chicane and did not get the best of the exit, but Shalalak, following his natural racing line, got a better exit than KG and maintains his position for now in P12. Okay, there is a battle between Shrox and Worship the Panda. I think Worship the Panda just overtook Shrox in the past 1 or 2 laps. There is another battle between Tanish and Prakhar. I think Prakhar just overtook Tanish.
Prakhar has overtaken Tanish, yeah.
Yes. And behind as well, it seems like Myth is being lapped by...
Myth is getting lapped by Dwajin. He's down in P19 and a lap down on the front runner.
You know what will make it more difficult? Because now that
he'll
he's
be
lapped,
faster than the guys ahead, and he'll try to make positions, but they are under no obligation to let him make the move.
Did he go really wide there? Was that his car who went really wide? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was Myth who went really wide there in the previous corner in the chicane and lost a bunch of time. Tanish somehow is keeping really close to Prakhar, even though Prakhar just overtook him in the last lap. I think there is not much pace delta between these two drivers, but you know, Prakhar being the more experienced just got the move done.
He's definitely pulling away in the corner exits, maintaining the gap pretty nicely. And I think Akbar Kumar has made a move on KG and gained a position.
Yes, Akbar Kumar has made a move on KG.
And he'll be hunting down Shalilak pretty soon, and he's already catching up to him.
You know, is he the only person who is rocking a Porsche on the grid, I think?
Yeah.
Only person to tame the Porsche on the grid currently. Let's see how well he can tame and make his move on Shalalak right now, who is just ahead of him. We are almost halfway into the race. Oh my god, that I'm not sure I have ever seen a car get so bumpy there, but that was a big bump and somehow Akbar Kumar kept it on the track. He is now chasing down Shalalak ahead of him. So, see as Shalalak goes really wide,
Shalalak drifting wide there, and Akbar Kumar gets another position.
I think Shalalak will lose another position there. No, he doesn't.
Doesn't look like it because KG is still far behind enough for Shalalak to keep the position.
Yes, so for now Shalalak was saved even though he did.
Someone seems to be catching up behind KG. I think that's Electric again trying to make a comeback.
Let's see. It seems like it's KG is catching up to Shalalak as well, like somehow. It seems like Shalalak not having the best of the pace or the best of the...
and goes wide, but that will definitely lose him a lot of momentum into the hairpin, and definitely an opportunity for KG here to make a move.
I think KG also had to lift off there because he was right behind Shalalak, and if he wouldn't have, he would have just hit the rear, and he had to lift off there to just avoid any collision there. But
that means that Electric also has caught up to KG again.
Yes, I'm pretty sure, like I'm not 100% confident that Electric can make a move on KG because I think KG has the
Well,
better
let's
pace.
see. They are very close to each other on the main straight. Yeah, not close enough.
Yes, it seems like KG has fallen back a bit in the final chicane. He did unsettle his car.
Electric really catching up to him in that corner, and KG as well catching up to Madhav. So we have a three-way battle going on here.
Yes. Oh, Electric completely drifting from through that corner, but somehow
Yeah,
keeping
that's
his
definitely
car.
going to lose him a lot of ground on KG, and KG seems to be going to move Charlie. Look, oh, that's
Decides to
not
back
really.
out, but
Yeah, and he'll have the outside line here, and definitely there's a move completed by KG.
yes. Brilliant exit that he got from that,
Yeah,
chicane.
I think Madhav also, Shalilok also had a very compromised exit there for some reason,
Yeah.
and that definitely lost him a lot of ground. Oh, and he goes wide again.
There is Akbar Kumar now catching up to
He
8
definitely had to make a move
cylinders.
here, and as he goes down the inside of 8 cylinders, gets the move done.
8 cylinders looking for a cutback line, but I don't think it will be useful there because already Akbar Kumar got the best line, racing line that is possible. Tanish having a drive through and is serving it currently in the
Oh,
pits.
that looks like a track limits related penalty.
Yes, I am pretty sure it was a track limits related penalty, but will be kicking everything that he can find near him because he has lost a lot of
Electric
position.
has made a move on Shalilok and gets the position on him.
Yes, Electric does get the position on Shalalak. Will Shalalak come back? I am not sure, but Electric looking really good today in the race. I'm not gonna
Shalilok
lie.
going wide at the apex there, and looks like his car is not really in the stable setup that he wants.
Yeah, he is taking it really cautiously, and because of that, he is losing a lot of momentum and a lot of pace. Let's see. Behind, there seems to be.
Actually, I think car number 13 has made a move. We see a yellow flag in the first chicane, I think.
That
Oh,
will
there's
be
Panda in the wall.
Is it because on the chicane he just bounced his car a bit too much and gone?
Well, you never know. I think there was a
there
car
was
trying to
one
make a
more
move
car.
on him.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, there's two cars out on the
I think
gravel.
that's car 17. That is Tanish. No. Yeah, Tanish
Oh,
also.
Tanish has served his drive through and is back in the race.
Yeah, I think Tanish also had
Both
a
of
same moment there, and I think Worship the Panda also, because last time we remember he was not in a battle with someone, so I'm pretty sure he lost it and he is parking it.
Oh, Panda again. Oh, no, I think he just had a moment there. Definitely, I think he's going for it.
He is not having the best of the race today because we have seen him struggle in the first race as well, and in the second race as well he is struggling.
Nevertheless, I think both him and Tanish will try to make up as many positions, and Electric has a drive-through.
Oh my, so drive-through catching up to these people. I'm not sure, like in the first race these people were really clean and not a lot of drive-through. Only Harry managed to get a drive-through in the last lap or so, and in this race we see a lot of these drivers getting a drive-through.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it's probably fatigue and many other things could factor that in. And he goes wide on the sand as well.
And
definitely not looking good for these guys with these drive-throughs.
We see our first give up by Tanish, who has teleported back to the pits.
Yeah,
and
looks like he has decided to not race anymore. And yeah, in the pits.
He had one incident. I think he could have, continued to race.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it is what it is. We do see two cars really close to each other. That's car number 90 and 98. Electric.
Oh, there's Madhav and Shalilok, but Shalilok does not have to worry much because Electric will have to serve his drive-through soon.
Yeah, but he would look for some action on the track because I'm pretty sure he wants to have some fun in the race. But we'll see if Electric dives down the pit in this lap itself or wait for another lap. No, he just
Yeah, he's definitely going to the pit to serve his drive-through, and Madhav goes a bit too wide there.
Misses his braking point. I think he was waiting for Electric brake lights to lit up so that he can brake accordingly, but he never braked because he was going into the pits. So maybe threw him off a bit. As we see, all the cars are now spaced up. We can relax for some time.
I see car number 18 and that's was that car number 18 and 22 close to each other.
Yeah,
Not quite, but definitely I'd say keep watching this.
Yeah, 18, 22 and car number 13 and 15 as well between Babaji and Shrox. Also close. So KG getting a brilliant exit from that corner. 8 cylinders would be caught off guard by the amount of speed that KG carried through that corner. As we are on board, KG right now is trying to go through the second chicane of this track. Does not seem to get a better exit, but the 8 cylinders
goes a bit wide on the side there. Don't think it will affect him that much, but KG catching up to him in the brakes.
Yes, indeed. I think KG, both are running the Aston, so there is no car difference there. It's the same cars. It's all up to how you drive.
Oh, that's a collision.
KG taps him on the rear, underestimates the braking. 8 cylinder spins out, but KG again taps him.
Lets him go again. 8 cylinders maintains the position, and KG will again try to reiterate that with better outcomes.
Yes, KG just gave him another tap in the front to straighten his car, and then let him by as well to wait for the next time when he can make a move. Myth having another drive-through for some reason.
He's not having a good day today.
Yes, not having a day itself today. Let's go on board the battle up front, because it seems like Babaji is catching up to Shrox as well. But it seems like both have equal pace. I have seen Babaji close up and then fall back, and then close up and then again fall back. So I think both are just having the same pace, and both are just waiting for the other person to make a mistake and then capitalize on that.
Yeah, this seems to be the most interesting battle as of now.
KG
loses it on the exit.
Yeah, he just put a bit too much throttle, and his rear was Sia, and then that's it. That's how you lose time there.
I think car number 1 and car number 16 are having a battle.
No, that's a blue
Oh,
flag.
that's okay.
Oh,
What was that? That was Shrock just stopping on the line. Not sure what was that.
yeah, something happened between Shrock. I will have to have a look there, but track temps, as I said, 18 degrees, same as the last session, no change in the track temp. Definitely something happened to Shrox. I think he lost his car on his own, but we can.
Yeah, but we were well along the main straight there. No reason to stop so much on the racing line. Not sure what he was thinking.
Yes, he is still going strong there. Babaji is still chasing him behind. Did something happen to him? Let's just go 5 seconds forward. Babaji is still behind him. Going into the final chicane onto the long straight. And he goes onto the gravel and loses his car and hits the wall there. That's how you lose 2 positions.
That was very close, and he couldn't even go to the left because Baba was on his left.
Akbar Kumar drives through
Someone is stranded here. Oh, it's Akbar Kumar with the drive-through.
and has given up on the race as well. Panda again trying to come back up the field. We'll see whether he can actually come back up the field. KG and 8 cylinders still going at it. 8 cylinders going really wide on the exit on the gravel. Let's see if KG can capitalize. I don't think so. He will capitalize on that. There's the board there gone. Myth again serving his drive through, so clearly not the race that he would have wanted. Babaji and Shrox. Shrox came back.
This is very spicy.
Oh, I am pretty sure there was
Baba
some.
keeping on his tail.
Yeah, I am pretty sure there was some incident between Babaji and Akbar Kumar. That's why
Yeah,
we
definitely,
saw.
because the
Akbar
last time we
Kumar.
saw, Baba was ahead of him, and now he's again back.
Yes. So we will have a look at that as well as we see
Baba going
Baba.
down the side. Shrock discourages him from doing that.
Yeah, I think Shrog braked a bit later than Babaji. So Babaji able to make that corner, Shrog also able to make that corner, but Babaji not able to make that move on Shrog. So again, Myth being a back marker, having the pace, will have to unlap himself here somehow. As we see Shrog
and
going
Shrog
on
goes
the
on the
gravel,
sand.
and he
Oh,
comes
that's
back.
got completely wrong for them.
He comes back on the track very uncontrollably. Both are on the racing line. A lot of cars coming from behind.
Thankfully, both the Astons are able to make it through properly, and oh, let's watch Sherlock. Sherlock makes it through. I think Bao will stay there and
Yeah,
make
he
a
will.
safe entry.
Yeah, no, I think he will give up, which he has done. Even Shrox is planning to give up, which he will also do. So both drivers have given up. Okay, coming back to this battle which has been panning out from the past so many laps, we do have KG again on a chase to...
we have a yellow flag for car number 10. Just, I think he had a moment there, nothing major.
Yeah, nothing major. I think he just had a moment there. But the only battle that we have to watch right now is this. You call this a nausea campaign, if I'm not...
Sorry, couldn't catch it there.
You call this a nausea campaign?
Yeah, it's yeah, a very uncomfortable camera to use, especially when driving. But this definitely makes for a great camera for broadcasting.
Yeah, it did. It gives you the perspective of if you were actually driving. So yeah, it seems like the field is
catching up again, and this is basically a rinse and repeat of what has been happening since the last few laps. KG catching up. Last time we saw him hit 8 cylinders, and again we have status quo here basically. KG trying to maintain the gap through the hairpin, will try to make a move the next chicane, but he is way too far back for that.
You know, our leaders have also come closer together. Car number 23 and 16, D Singh and Masoom separated by around 1.5 seconds. So, not even, 1.5 seconds. So, we'll have to see what boils down there as well later on this race. In this race, we are only left with 2 minutes into this race. So, if KG wants to get the position, he will have to do it as quickly as possible because he is running out of time. I think.
Yeah, and
running out of track as
cylinders will have, and 8 cylinders will just have to maintain his cool and not make a mistake, because he's maintaining the position quite well. Just needs to keep doing what he's doing, and probably we'll have 2 or 1 more lap of racing.
Yeah, 2 more laps of racing. I think it was a back marker car or trucker trying to overtake electric.
Masoom not close enough to make any moves as of now. I think D Singh has this in the bag unless something goes wrong for him.
Unless something goes wrong indeed.
Oh, something's really, we are 8 cylinders and KG are again really close to each other.
Well, they have been this since the past 4 laps, so come on boys, show us some action, do something. We are 55 seconds left into this race, so 2 more laps, I think, will be possible on this track. Leaders will be on their final lap in the next one, and then 1 more lap after that.
Well, D Singh will have to hold his calm there because he seems to be coming up on quite a few back markers, and he'll have to navigate them carefully and not lose any ground to Masoom. So that's definitely a challenge for the last few seconds of this race.
Yes, indeed. Leader has started their final lap, so will this be these people's last lap? I think. Yeah. KG and
I think so. Yeah.
So this will be the last lap for KG and 8 cylinders. KG
8 cylinders getting a lot of air time there.
Behind again a 3-pack battle. Actually only 2 because it's D Singh
D Singh managing to get past the back markers pretty nicely, and we see him catching up to Panda.
But Masoom is also catching up to Racing. Will this battle go down to the wire? I think so not, but we still have 4 or 5 corners to go in this race, so we will see what happens there. Oh, Panda!
Ooh,
losing
that's
it
gone horribly
completely.
wrong for him.
Luckily, there are no cars behind him, so he
Yeah,
can.
other than Alone 78, which is Jackster in P3.
I think the
And
race
I
is
think
done.
Racing has got this in the bag. He rounds the final chicane. And we're on the main straight, and it's Racing in P1.
P2 taken by Masoom. P3 will be taken by Jackster. Still KG not able to do any moves right now. Car number 99. Okay, that's a blue flagged car. KG and 8 cylinders still have.
Yeah, 8 cylinders will definitely maintain it. Oh, again, KG getting a lot of airtime this time.
All drivers are getting airtime there. But that's our finishing grid. We started off with 23 or so drivers. We are finishing with 16. But right now, D-Sing finishing P1, P2 by Masoom, P3 by Jackster, P4 by Alfie, P5 by Prakhar, P6 by Dwajin, P7 by 8 cylinders, and P8 by KG. Unless something happens, this will be the grid. P9 by Shalak, P10 by Kake, as we see fireworks in the night sky there. A beautiful sight, a beautiful race to watch today, and a brilliant drive from all these drivers. As we see 8 cylinder who is crossing the line.
8 cylinders, it finally he was sigh of relief as he crosses the finish line, maintains his position, and definitely a good drive from him, maintaining the position, not making any mistakes even under pressure.
That's the race for you guys today. We are done with both the sprint races. D-Sing topping the charts in both the races, and followed by Masoom, who came P2 in the second race, and Jackster P3. Recovery drive after he had the mishap in the first race, but definitely a brilliant drive from him. As well, as we move over to the podium interviews, we'll wait for getting our podium finishers into the lobby. Masoom is here. Yes, everyone is here. Why don't you start off with the interviews, Aladdin?
Well, guys, good race from all three of you. Jackster, can you elaborate what happened in the first race for you? You're definitely out of position.
Jackster, you have your mic muted. Yes. We cannot hear you right now. We can just see.
You're on mute, I think.
Yeah, I think he's unmuted, but still can't hear him.
We still can't hear him. We can see.
Wait, I'll try a minute. Okay. Can you speak now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Yep. So first race, it was a good start, even though it's a track where I'm not comfortable much. So given that, I went up to P2, I think, but yeah, there was an incident with Myth and Alfie, I guess. I don't know. I have seen the replay. I don't know if any of them could have done anything differently. I think that's a racing incident which put me back to, I guess, P15 or 16. And yeah, so after that, it was all about making the best out of that race. And second race was pretty lonely. I could see the Davlish and Masoom.
Hello, guys. Hi.
Yeah. Sorry?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay.
Carry on, Jackson.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw the times that Masum and Davlish were doing, I could definitely do those times. But again, I was not consistent enough. I was making mistakes every couple of laps. So yeah, I'm happy with the position that I gained in the first race and also P3 here.
Yeah, definitely a great drive from you, Jack sir. Next we have Masoom. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. We have Masoom. Masoom, a pretty uneventful race for you. I'd say something went wrong for you in the first race as well, similar to Jack sir. So can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, I mean, I was generally, like I wasn't. I don't know. I was pretty off form. Like I was not comfortable in the first race at all, and I was really struggling for consistency. Thankfully, by the second race, I was able to get consistent.
Yeah, definitely. In the second race, you were behind Davlish Singh, and was it frustrating for you because I could see that Davlish was catching up on a lot of backmarkers, but he was definitely navigating his way quite properly through those.
Yeah, I mean, but I think generally I saw the backmarkers as an opportunity to gain positions, at least to get closer. But I knew I knew after the mistake in the first lap that I was not going to be anywhere close enough for a move. So I just focused on consolidating P2.
Okay, and nevertheless, a great race from you. Finished P2, and we have P1 Davlish Singh. P1 in both races, and I would say a very uneventful race for Davlish. Pretty much spent the whole race drive in P1. So, anything you want to share with us, Davlish? Because I'm kind of catching at straws here, trying to ask you anything.
Yeah, so it's been a long time coming for this win right now. I've been having a couple of bad races till now, but yeah, finally the curse and the bad luck is mistake is broken. So yeah, it's good to win. That's all I had to say. And yeah, I had a couple of incidents in the race actually. In the first race, I got hit on the last lap actually from the back marker, so could have been race ending for me. But yeah, turned out well in the end. All good.
Great, Dipanshu.